Wholeness Collective, welcome to Caesar Silver Tree. Today's topic, I think now's the time to talk about it. I've been waiting for months to figure out when the best time would be and how to shape it in a way that would be most effective. But anywho, so here we go. I have my trusted notebook here. Where did I write it? Yes. Artificial intelligence. Okay. So today's topic is pretty much not a warning because it's already happening. Just practice awareness of what's going on. So artificial intelligence, the imitation game has begun, and we are feeding it. So those of you who are actively watching my videos, you've subscribed, some of you comment, some of you don't comment at all. Those of you who watch other content creators, those of you who watch other content creators and you're actively producing and creating your own content and uploading any information whatsoever, you are taking part of this huge shift and change in how we connect with each other, how we engage in reality and virtual reality. I called this the imitation game because now you have people using the AI as a way to imitate the very likeness of very well-known people. I've seen Keanu Reeves so far. I've seen Scarlett Johansson, which her and her team actually went after the company who did that, who took her voice, and they were promoting something or whatever, promoting their content and their business, and they used her voice without her ever knowing or without her permission. This is the beginning of that. All of it is a prototype. The celebrities are kind of used like prototypes. How far they can push these people that they pay extremely well to do their bidding, to push certain agendas, to push certain narratives and storylines. And so with this, I slowed up on my my energy readings because I've noticed that with the artificial intelligence, it's collecting our data. About 10-15 years ago, when it's not Elon Musk, Edward Snowden, right? He leaked some very important information about the NSA spying on its citizens and civilians in the U.S. And he had to flee the U.S. I think he's still in Russia, from my understanding, but he can't return, otherwise he'd be tried for treason and probably killed. Anyway, so but yeah, I remember Edward Snowden, one of the whistleblowers back then, where basically he was saying that the government was collecting our data through the internet, right, and selling our information. And so meaning through our cell phones. And at the beginning of the early 2000s, that's when cell phones really started to take off. We didn't have the iPhone quite yet, but it was the beginning of the end, I should say, of authentic, normal human interaction. Everything became very virtual. Everything became a lot more synthetic and easy access and convenient for the masses, right? It was the boom of the accessibility to information. You didn't have to go out of your way to go to the library to collect information and to study. No. All you have to do is stay at home to have Wi-Fi, okay? And your Wi-Fi can run well enough for you to do your research and to access search engines, Google, right, to collect the information you need to carry on with whatever your intention is. Well, now we don't have to worry about companies not just selling our personal information. This is what they've done. They switched it up to where they've developed the software, all right, and the coding in the software so that artificial intelligence can collect all of the information that we upload. your feelings, all of these, like TikTok and shorts, all of that's doing, it's easier for the AI software to collect bits and pieces and study human race and study the human nature, how we are when we're laughing, when we're in joy, when we're happy, when we're sad, when we're depressed, when we're lonely, when we're being silly, when we're being serious, all the conspiracy theories, all of our opinions, all of the facts and misinformation. It's collecting every little thing that makes us human. What do you think it's doing with that information? You know, two things are going to be very, very, very interesting in the continuing in this decade of the 2020s. Authenticity and your privacy are probably going to be one of the most valuable things that you're going to have to pay a lot of money to protect. Authentic voices and your privacy. Those are two very basic human experiences, what makes us human. Privacy, you know, like your own private thoughts, your own private feelings. I've noticed even in my space of work, and I understand why they have this, but everything's under surveillance now. I don't go anywhere without seeing a camera. There's a camera in every patient's room, a camera in every hallway, even cameras in the break room where I work in the hospital. And that's for the entity called the hospital to protect itself. It's for the corporation to protect itself just in case, right? It's going to dump an employee. Employees are dispendable. They're replaceable. Nurses, doctors, CNAs, they're replaceable. They can tell you and push the narrative that no one's working now. No one's willing to do this or do that. No, that's the narrative they're pushing. Okay? We are feeding artificial intelligence. There will not be, and I feel in the 2030s and moving forward, 2030s, 2040s, 2050s, you're going to see less need for like there'll be AI to do teaching jobs. Like there'll be AI will do lectures, they'll be the orators, they'll be giving the discussions, right? You don't need teachers to teach anymore, right? AI is taking over everything, especially in the area of metaphysics and spiritual and religion. You won't need to go to church. You can pop in your headphones and listen to the AI pastor. Listen to the AI priest. Listen to the AI imam. You think I'm joking? You think I'm kidding? It's right in front of our eyes. You can upload all you want for free. And that is for a price that we won't pay until the decades to come. This is not me being paranoid or just, being loopy and weird. No, this is real. It's collecting data. And we are freely uploading it. Some of you are smart. For those content creators out there, you guys actually create the membership thing. Or you make people pay. Right? Pay to hear your opinions. Pay to hear your research. Okay, whoop-de-woo. Fine. So at least you're getting some fee for in exchange for all of your information that you're uploading. I'm starting to see it. I really am. In like 2 to 3 decades, maybe sooner than that, who's to say AI won't be developed enough to make an imitation of me? An imitation of my voice, my likeness, down to how I wear my hair, or my glasses, or what I wear, or the tone of voice, how I conduct myself. This isn't a joke. We're moving way too fast. We can't, as a human species, as a human collective, we can't feed each other. We can't even feed each other on this planet. We're so divided by our religious beliefs, our race, how much melanin we have in our bodies, how much money we have in our bank accounts, which are they're going to digitize. They're going to make it a credit society, right? And yet we have all of this access to all this information, but we're trying to send ourselves to Mars. Yet people are starving, people can't pay their rent, people like it's very interesting times indeed. And I don't want to paint the access to having Wi-Fi and the internet as all bad, all evil, but it's serving an agenda. There is nothing for free. Nothing is for free. There is only an exchange of energy. And how they have it set up in this simulation, in this reality, is that they trick you into believing that all this stuff is for free. That there's no price. Go ahead, upload your TikTok. Upload your shorts. Tell us how you really feel. Give your opinion about this product. We'll even sponsor you. We'll pay you. But we need your information. We need your feelings. We need your energy. We need your attention. We need your frequency, this vibration. Yes, give it to us freely. Tell the world how you are. They've got our human psychology 101 down packed. They have it mastered. They know human beings need each other and they need connection more than anything and more than ever before. Human beings just want to connect, I swear. Even the most introverted, quiet, social anxiety-ridden individuals out there, which there are many, who don't really want to bother being around many people, but they even need to connect. We all need to connect with each other. So they built this system of social media platforms so that everybody can spew their humanness, their authentic voices out on this, in this virtual space called the internet. We are feeding it. In time, artificial intelligence will be sentient. Look at the movies. They're programming us to believe this anyway. I walked into Martin's a few days ago, and there was I'm just going to call it what it is. It was a robot. And this robot thing was just going up and down the aisles, scanning and doing inventory. That's someone else's job right there. That's someone's job. But this machine is doing that. It's taking over that whole position. And then everyone notices when you go grocery shopping or in any shopping market now, you have maybe 2 cashiers and 8 self-checkouts now. Jobs, boom, right there. And I wonder about the people who develop, these human beings who develop these softwares, software programs. Are they gonna, what are they gonna do when the software program has the capacity to develop another software program without human interaction, without ever needing any human at all? Interesting times indeed. Interesting times. Like I've mentioned before in one of my videos, to know the future is to be trapped by it. So there's always hope. There's always hope for sure. I'm not here to be doom and gloom, but I gotta call it like I see it. And I know I'm not the only one. I as an educator, I taught 4th grade. 3rd, 4th grade is where you teach children how to write in cursive. And that was taken out of my instruction. There was no need to teach the kids. What's his name? The principal was like, that's not a priority. Don't worry about teaching the kids cursive. And I'm like, okay. You have, kids in the 7th, 8th, ninth grade who don't know how to write well because they were cut out of school for 2.5 years due to the shutdown. So all they know how to do is click and hit buttons. And do online work. We are feeding this. We are feeding into what they built. And at this point, I'll say this right now, because I go by, I'm obedient. I do my best to be obedient to the Most High. I know that there's only a certain amount of videos I'll be uploading. There will be a time where I will no longer upload. This isn't, I know I post often every other day. Which what I do is I'll do a series of videos in a day, and then, another series of videos in another day. That's how I usually do it. I don't spend the whole day making videos or the whole week making videos, but I do it every other day, at least. But there's a specific number of videos I'll be uploading, and then I'm out. There's way more to life than uploading information. Uploading my personal information, my personal feelings and thoughts. However helpful that it is, So yeah. The imitation game has started, and they're starting off with the celebrities first to see how far they can get. Which celebrities, unfortunately, they don't have a lot of power. People think that they do. But anytime they go against the grain, their lives turn into a shitstorm. Actor, actress, movies, music, doesn't matter. They're allowed only, it's almost like you leave a box. You leave a cube, your prison, and then someone gives you the keys to another glass house. But then, and the house is much bigger, and you have a bigger view of the outside world, and they give you certain keys to get into certain rooms in this glass house. But once you've explored this glass house and the rooms in this glass house, you want to expand beyond that, and then you hit the glass ceiling, and they're like, oh no, what are you doing? We gave you keys, we gave you access, be happy. That's the truth about what it's like to be, to sign your name, sign those contracts where they pay you $300 million, or you're worth $300 million, you're worth $500 million, in your lifetime. There comes a price with that. You end up living in a glass mansion that you can never leave. You have all the access to all the rooms you want, but you can never really leave the mansion. It's a prison. So you can only imagine what it's like for celebrity folk. Imagine what it's like for the little people, the blue collar folks. We're in cubes, in glass cubes. And the secret about living in a glass house is that you could always break it, but you're programmed to stay in it. You believe that if you break the glass, it'll shatter you into a million pieces. But you have to expand beyond that limitation and beyond that certain extent. I'll make more videos on my thoughts and opinions on the artificial intelligence, the AI, or AL, I like to say at this point. I think when I see AI, it's creepy. It makes me feel weird when it's imitating real people, real life. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I've seen AI artwork, and anytime I see AI artwork, it's missing something. It's missing something. Oh, I know, soul. so interesting. How many of you guys use actual alarm clocks anymore? You use your phone, don't you? Interesting. All right, let me know what you think about that. Again, it's not about paranoia, it's just calling it what it is. You know, like programming, they're programming us so hard right now. I mean, they're not on 10, they're on 100. And it's about keeping and clarifying your energy vortex. Clarifying and detoxing is a daily practice. It's not something you can just do once, like an awakening. Oh, I had a spiritual awakening 10 years ago and now I'm good. No. You constantly have to train and strengthen and clear out, detox continuously, monthly at least, quarterly, annually. Always review, always revisit. No one cares until it happens to them, and you won't care until it happens to you. Unfortunately, that is a very American way about life. Way of life here, I should say. People usually don't care until it happens to them. It's very, American culture is very fixed on individuality and sovereignty and independence. And pulling yourself up by your own bootstraps. Don't depend on anybody. It's just you by yourself. Like, it's a prideful thing to say, yeah, I kicked my kid out at 18 years old. Are you kidding me? In this economy, you'll kick your 18-year-old into these streets? Where rent on average is like $1,200 to $1,500? They don't have a car? What? In order to continue their education, they have to go into debt, not hundreds, but tens of thousands of dollars in debt just to continue their education? That's, wow. They gotta figure it out on their own. Okay, that's not a good thing. But American culture is very set on that. Very, 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 very set on that. Now, it's not everywhere, but most places in the U.S. are very like, I watch out for me and mines, and that's it. Or I would just watch out for myself. I've been around other countries and had many friends from all over. Many friends and acquaintances over the years from all over the world. And they fortunately have given me a different perspective on how we engage with our community. You know, in solidarity with each other, and not, I'm watching my back and that's it, unless it happens to you. Same in healthcare in the American system. People don't care unless, oh my gosh, they have a health catastrophe, they have a stroke, they have a cancer diagnosis, they lose a leg. All of a sudden, oh my gosh, now they care. But back to the AI stuff. Imitation Game has begun. Be aware of your frequency within yourself and vibration that you're putting out and what you are consuming. Be aware of what you are creating and what you are consuming. The AI cannot create at this point in time without a software program to encourage it to create something. So all it's doing is consuming you. It's consuming us. Interesting times indeed, man. It's scary how quickly everything's moving. It feels like just yesterday it was in 1998 and cell phones were like kind of unthought of. You made fun of the person who had that ginormous cell phone in their car. You walked to the payphone to call somebody. You used a phone book. You took pictures and you had to get the pictures developed. Like, it was different time. Things were much slower. And now you call out to Siri, hey Google. Oh, it's interesting, man. All right, that's it. I'm gonna finish my celery juice. Celery juice, yeah. All right, take care.